everyone, how are you feeling today? LRS everyone here coming at you with a DDD update. Not dark DDDs, but normal DDDs, because I think dark DDDs are not as good as people make them up to be. I think dark DDDs is worse than normal DDDs, which normal DDDs already have a little bit of struggles, so I don't think dark DDDs is actually a good deck, but this is a topic for another time. I might actually do that in the future and show you guys why I don't like that build. But anyway, I also don't have Lair of Darkness, as you noticed, updated yet, of me opening Lair of Darkness and reviewing it. But the reason is because for some stupid reason, at the date it was released, I went to the store and apparently the store owner decided that he's not going to sell these structure decks until the tournament he's going to have 2 days after. I don't know why that is a thing. It's also having, I wouldn't have the ability to, in the same tournament to get, an OTS pack, but whatever. It's just really, really weird, and just, I don't know if Konami even allow those kind of things, but whatever, it's still a thing, and we're probably going to order it a little bit later, so it's probably going to be here in a little bit a while. So unfortunately, yeah, Lair of Darkness is not going to be here in a while, but when it's going to be, I'm going to be super excited because I like this deck a lot. But anyway, let's get started with the DDD deck profile, and I'm going to go through the cards a lot more quickly than usual because you all know what it does, and I already did that in the previous DDD, so let's see if I can keep the score like this. And I'm not counting this 2 minutes as I started. So start things off, you want to run triple copies of Ragnarok. It's pretty much your monster reborn in the form of a monster, so 3 of this guy is it just makes sense. Double copy of Thomas, because Thomas giving you the ability to kind of, how should I say it, go rank 8 potentially, and just doing a little bit of extensions, as well just have a nice recovery in the scale. So running 2 of this guy is really, really nice. I'm also not running 3 because it's not the pendulum variant, it's the budget variant, and I do not want to spend $40, or I'd rather say $80 on 2 electromites, so yeah. Next up, we're running 3 copies of Savant Kepler, because it's searcher for your contracts, I would say, so unfortunately I forgot the name for a second. 3 copies of Copernicus, because it's a foolish burial and I like it a lot. And then the 2 last pendulum monsters, which are my special techs always, are going to be 1 Newton for recovery and 1 Leonidas against trick stars, and just in general a nice level 7 monster, which is kind of nice in some particular situations, which I'm going to talk about that when we'll get to that. And that pretty much does it for the pendulum monsters. Now we'll move on to the effect monsters, which are 3 Lamia, because Lamia. 3 copies of Surl Slime, because it's, again, Surl Slime, it's not even a question why. 3 copies of Necro Slime, again, just not even a question. And then I'm still running 2 copies of Ghost, and I actually added to the deck 2 copies of Night Howl. Now, people might ask me why the heck I'm not running Vice Typhon instead of Night Howl. Well, unfortunately, in my opinion at the very least, what's her name again? Vice Typhon is not really a priority right now, and I don't really think she's that good in this particular build until we get Big Genghis. When we get Big Genghis, I would say she's really, really nice, but for now she's pretty bad, unfortunately. I would say that in the future she's actually pretty good. But Night Howl is really, really nice, because Night Howl have the ability to pretty much revive for you a monster from the graveyard, which is really, really cool when he's normal summon. So you can actually, if you open up with this instead of Lamia and you still have Lamia in the graveyard, you can just actually revive with it and just not spend revival, and it's just a better normal summon overall than Lamia. Don't get me wrong, you still want Lamia for combos, but let's just say you have this with Lamia as well, it's actually working really in your favor. So that's why I decided to run 2 copies of this, and for now it's actually working really, really well. Unfortunately, we don't have another level 3 DDD monster, so I could have run the rank 3, which is actually pretty good for the deck, but I don't know. Unfortunately, we don't have that. But it's just a nice card overall, and a nice additional monster reborn, so that's really cool. That's it, does it for the monsters. Now move on to the spells. So 3 copies of Dark Contract with the Gate, obviously. One copy of King of the Swamp. You need to run at least one of those. I still think you need to only run one. There are some people who think you only need to run two, not three. Three is like cloggy as hell, but two, in my opinion, is also cloggy because you have nice amounts of fusions, and this one is like, it's the last form of fusion you want to see in your hand, and I don't want to find myself opening up with 2 copies of these. Then 3 copies of Allure of Darkness for draw power, as well as 2 copies of Pawn Desires, obviously, and then I also added Upstart Goblin because I felt like 39 decks consistency is a lot more important right now, especially that Gofu is out of the picture. Then 1 copy of Foolish Burial, 1 copy of 1-for-1, 1 copy for Soul Charge for extending, and then lastly 1 copy of Monster Reborn because it's back from the ban list. So that's really, really cool. And that does it for the spells and does it for the main deck. Now we'll move on to the extra deck. So for the extra deck, I'm running still the 1 copy of King Beowulf. Unfortunately, we don't have the big Genghis, so for the time being that have to do. It's still a nice card overall. 1 D-Arc, still really important for combos. 2 copies of Genghis, that's not even a question why this card is so good for combos. And that pretty much does it for the fusions. For the synchros, we still run the big Brightest Armageddon because, like I said again, I'm missing some cards because they're not in the TCG yet, so I found to myself like, running this still is pretty important. 1 copy of DDD Gust High King Alexander, 1 Crystal Wing, 1 Curse Siegfried, 1 Meteor Burst, and 1 Alexander. Those are like, again, I don't think they need any explanation except, maybe except this, but like I said, it's the best thing I can think of until now, and this one is actually pretty important. Like, Meteor Burst is actually really important. I would have to show you a combo video really soon. I actually think I'm doing it like next week, so we'll see about that, because I haven't do combo videos in a while, but that pretty much does it for the synchros. Now we'll move on to the XCs. So XCs is 1 Kali Yuga. Again, I don't have a better option than Lancelot, so unfortunately I'm running 1 Lancelot instead of 38, but when we get number 90, I might actually run number 90, and if we'll get a reprint of 38, it's going to be 90 and 38, probably. 1 copy of High Caesar, because I actually like this a lot. It's kind of like 2 negations for special summoning, so that's really cool. And that's it for the XCs, and for the Link monsters, 1 Decon Talker still for combos, and 1 Master King Archfin, because it's the best Link monsters that we have for DDDs now, unfortunately. Oh boy, I don't really like this guy, but it's a stepping stone, and it's just like, it's using less material, so I guess I can use it instead of like Decon Talker like immediately, so it's just a nice card. Effect doesn't come up like never in the effect of like, you know, the paying life points and getting like a monster, but overall it's just a cool card. I don't know, it's just a nice, interesting card for Archfiend, and just in general, it's the best we got right now, so might just make do until we get the Dark Link monster or Needle Fiber, whatever is first. And that does it for the deck profile. So hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I really enjoyed this deck, and like I told you guys, I'm probably going to be doing a really time soon a pretty nice combo to just give you like kind of a tutorial of how this deck's supposed to work. So for all of you who don't know the basics, I'm probably going to work on that. So yeah, see you guys in the next video. Hopefully also a new episode of Squishy Prime, because he's been gone for a while because of work, but we'll see how that will go as well. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Creativity is the key in this game, don't forget that. It's always seen really nice on this channel, and I'm hoping to see you in the next video. Have a good day guys, and stay safe.